Kindly ask you to take your seats and to put your phones either in silent or flight mode as the BETD evening reception and our SET award ceremony are about to begin. Thank you. Please take your seats now. Ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, thank you all for being here tonight. We would now like to ask you to take your seats and make sure your phones are in silent mode as our program for the BETD evening reception and the SET award is about to begin. Please take your seats now.
My mic.
Hello, and a very big welcome to all of you here at the WECC in lovely Berlin, and an equally warm welcome to everybody joining virtually from around the globe. It's so great to see you all here. Let's have another big round of applause for this wonderful living warm artistic performance from Marania. Woo. We'll I'll be telling you more about them and will be accompanied by them throughout today's program. Now, I am so excited to welcome you to this year's BETD evening reception and our 7th SET Awards ceremony. My name is Geraldine Sebastian. I look forward to guiding you through the program, together with Andreas Kuhlmann, the CEO of the German Energy Agency.
Thank you. Thank you, Geraldine. Thank you. It's so wonderful to see all of you over here after all these Corona years. So we're still talking about these Corona years because all the last 3 years we had complicated situation with this award-winning ceremony. But now, after a very dense day, I guess, at the BETD and here at the Tech Festival, you all come together, those who are talking about all the challenges in the world, and those who are talking about the perspectives and hopes and innovation and technologies for the future, come together. And let's take this 1 hour as a bridge to what we have to do. So a very warm welcome to all of you again. This Berlin Energy Transition Dialogue is more than just one conference. It's a whole week, actually. And you know that because there are delegations from all over the world, 2,000 people, I guess, or something like this. And we have side events, you can talk about concrete issues, you can make plans, you find each other and make good plans for the future for your countries. We have high-level policymakers, we have industries, we have civil society, we have scientists on stage, and they all were presenting you the ideas of what we can do, how we can do it, and what do we have to do. Because the situation certainly is urgent. And I can tell you, over here at that event, at that location, we had this tech festival today with more than 500 people from the whole startup community. And these guys are deadly serious. They want to change the world to a better. So a very warm welcome to the 15 finalists which are here today representing all the 3,000 which already applied for this award. The Berlin Energy Transition Dialogue, of course, is a government conference. Happy to have both of you here. And since a couple of years already, and so you are invited by the German government. And behind this, there's some kind of organization, of course, a team representing all this, a joint initiative of the German Renewable Energy Federation, the German Solar Association, the German Energy Agency, and Eclarion. And I think all the teams working in all these organizations and also here at the Tech Festival deserve another big round of applause for today. So we've been here in this location before, 4 years ago, 2019. And I wonder whether some of you have already been here before. But if you have been here, you might remember that we had standing ovations. A very good mood here, standing ovation for innovation and for the startups we will show you later on. And I think so you will have a promising 1 hour, good hour, maybe 1 hour and 5 minutes, 10 or so, I don't know, Geraldine. But I think we should get started now. Eh?
Yes, thank you, Andreas. And to also officially open the BETD evening reception, I now would like to welcome a special guest here on stage, the State Secretary at the Federal Ministry for Economic Affairs and Climate Protection. Please give a very warm welcome to Anja Hajduk.
Thank you, Geraldine. Thank you, Andreas. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to see such a large and lively attendance, both at the first day of the BETD today and tonight here for our evening event. We are very honored with the very high-level turnout this year, especially that William Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, has held a keynote speech today. Yeah, applause. And tomorrow, Dr. Sultan Al Jaber, the President of the COP28, will give a keynote speech after the BETD opening of Day 2 by Minister Robert Habeck. Overall, more than 50 ministers, vice ministers, and other high-level participants from all over the world are attending this year. This shows the great need and appetite for face-to-face discussion and exchange to accelerate progress to our common goal and step up the speed of the global energy transition. And with the BETD, we want to offer a global forum to discuss how we can further step up our cooperation on the clean energy transition and on the pathways to climate neutrality to everybody's benefit. And also beyond the 2 days of the BETD itself, we offer a wealth of possibilities to meet and exchange with a wide variety of BETD side events throughout the Berlin Energy Week, as Andreas mentioned. So let me state once more how very happy I am to have such a strong participation from all over the world coming together in Berlin. And tonight, we have also come together for the presentation of the Startup Energy Transition Global Innovation Platform and the SET Awards, funded by the German Federal Ministry of Economic Affairs and Climate Action. Lots of creativity and ingenuity is a vital ingredient we urgently need to master the challenges and seize the opportunities of a climate-neutral future. Entrepreneurship and startups develop creative solutions, technologies, and approaches, and are therefore key drivers for the innovation. This is why governments around the world, not only here, do the right thing when they foster a thriving startup ecosystem. The SET network plays a crucial role in this endeavor by putting the spotlight on the startups from all over the world that are driving the energy transition. It is thanks to the successful SET Global Innovation Platform that we have seen numerous innovative startups setting up new and strategic partnerships and thrive in shaping the energy world of tomorrow. They make an invaluable contribution to the achievement of our global energy transition and climate change goals. I'm extremely pleased to see how, since its creation 7 years ago, SET is going from strength to strength with each new year, becoming ever more impactful and receiving a lot of well-deserved international recognition. So now, let me wish us both an inspiring and fun evening. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Anja. Wonderful speech. Thank you for the warm words. And also, thank you for all the efforts since you've in government. I mean, what a year has passed. And I know that there are so many legislation being done and other things as well. Well, but it's not only your ministry, it's also the Foreign Office. And so there's somebody else to give us a little speech. And that is the State Secretary and Special Representative for International Climate Policy. And you, of course, all know her. Because I must say, Jennifer, you are a perfect fit to that government. You're also a perfect fit to the tasks you have to solve. And now we are very happy to have you here. A very warm welcome for you.
Wow, what a beautiful sight from here. And thank you, Andreas. And Anja, how fantastic to be working with you and the whole teams on not just this conference, but on the acceleration of the energy transformation at home and around the world. And friends and colleagues, you know, a very big warm welcome here. I wanted to start with a rather serious kind of sentence that has stuck with me from the first time I read the new IPCC report, and then move from there, because I can't get it out of my mind. The choices and actions we take now will have impacts for thousands of years. The choices and actions we take now will have impact for thousands of years. And so we are truly at this moment where we need leadership and we need courage. And we need bold entrepreneurs, that is for sure, around the world to create and drive the solutions from this power of disruption that the energy transition and decarbonization of the economy imply. And we are in the middle, I don't need to tell you this, of this revolution, of a revolution. And I think this one is as comprehensive and disruptive as the industrial revolution once was. It requires whole industries to adjust. It is redefining the development paths of entire societies, countries, and regions. And many places in the world are looking for their space, their place in the new energy system of the future, because it is a deliberate one. It is one that brings change and opportunities. So they're working towards really transforming their renewable resources, enormous wind power in Latin America, abundant sun power in Africa and in Asia, into those development opportunities. So we know that this just energy revolution, well, it must be a revolution for all of us. We heard that today, and I also was incredibly inspired and grateful for the words of President Ruto. I think we can all follow his example and be inspired by it, because we know that this inclusive revolution, it will only be successful and sustainable in leaving no one behind. And that means we need to move forward quickly, but also very inclusively. And so as the leaders of the energy transition, and yes, that's us, that's you, that's me, that's you, that's every person here, we need to provide answers to the key questions that we all know, and we have a historic opportunity to make these answers better than those of the fossil age. It is our task as governments to set the right framework. It's the critical task, as we heard today, of civil society, of brave activists around the world, of NGOs and outspoken and thorough academics to keep the pressure high, to feed their ideas in and their expertise. It is the task of science to spell out not only the risks, but what is possible, and to provide us with the facts and the knowledge that serves as the basis for political action. But it's the leadership in the business world that makes the solutions that we count on feasible in the first place. And without that industrial innovation, without bold and creative startups keen on making our economy fit for the future, we would not have the slightest chance of keeping that 1.5-degree goal within reach. We need those bold entrepreneurs. We need doers who take the existing technologies and frameworks and shape them into pieces, the pieces that make up this revolution. So I think each of the 5 categories of the SET Award is looking at such a central piece of the revolution. I am super curious to hear about, and not only hear, but to celebrate this year's winners, because I am sure that their choices and their actions now will have an impact for the thousands of years to come for the better. So thank you so much, and back over to you.
Thank you so much, Jennifer Morgan. Of course, thank you so much as well, Anja Hayuk. And yes, this is the path toward the energy transition that we are on together. And as we're inching closer to the first categories that we're going to be announcing the winners for the SET Award, I want to just take a moment and share a little bit more information with you about the wonderful war and artistic performance that you saw at the opening of our show from the artist group Maranya. So Maranya means something like entanglement or undergrowth or thickening, or can mean jungle. And is a kind of a living installation that you can see behind me, and I really want to point out that it's entirely made from wool. So a material that's been sort of accompanying us through the ages and supporting humanity by giving us warmth. And of course, there's a particular piece that they're performing an excerpt from tonight, and this is called Organismo. And Organismo really embodies how community and collaboration of individuals is so important to bring us all together and understand that we're really all part of one single living entity, this planet that we live on. So those of you who have been at BETD today and at the Foreign Office, you have perhaps seen our walking acts. They have accompanied you here and have become part of this installation, kind of connected through thread, literally through wool, the green thread that connects us all in our collective effort of working toward the energy transition. And yeah, we're super happy to have them here with us today.
Applause. It was actually very wonderful, and actually, if you look at the speakers and the wall behind it, it even makes the speakers look even more beautiful than they are already. Also, the awards will be presented from the wall later on. Oh, okay.
They will have a very important role to play throughout the show.
But what actually is the SET Award? Let me just drop a few lines about what we are doing here over the year and over the years we had. Well, it's actually an international competition for startups from all over the world. And we started 7 years ago, and now we had already 3,000 applications from more than 100 countries. And this is really fantastic, and we really try to attach this to this Berlin Energy Transition Dialogue because we want you all to see what kind of innovation and technologies are available, which could help you in order to make good policies and in order to fight climate change. And we always have 5 categories. This year it's building, mobility, industry, clean energy and storage, and then the SDG 7, one of the categories we like most, I think, because right at the beginning we thought, I mean, when we talk about innovation, we have to take care that this innovation is not something for the rich countries only. Innovation plays a major role for all countries all over the world. Some countries do have some bigger responsibility here than others, and I think we, as Germany at least, do have some responsibility here to share those innovation and explore them. Well, and then we have a complicated process in order to find those finalists and winners. We have a great team, of course. We have an early metrics analysis, and then we have a wonderful jury. And this jury helps us also to find the first 100, the top 100 applications. And out of the top 100, we look for the 15 finalists, 5 times 3, and then we invite all these finalists to Germany. And there they are again. Are you nervous already? Kind of, okay. And then we had this last jury meeting yesterday, and we saw the pitches, and they were pitching here again at the Tech Festival, and then the jury, together with those pitches, decided who will be the winner, and that we will see in a couple of minutes. So I think it is very, very inspiring for me, at least, to talk to all these startups all through the days, I must say. Such an event can't be done with just a few people. I'm very happy that we get the support from the government, from the Ministry of Economy and Climate Protection. That is very, very helpful. And I'm very glad, Anja, that you said that it also helps you in order to get a better idea of what's going on. And of course, I mean, it really got a push when we started to cooperate with you, Angela, with the World Energy Council, a global network of great partners, and you, Angela, are one of the leaders over there, the leader of that organization, and you will be on stage later on. So thank you all for helping us to organize all these things.
All of the finalists are really impressive, and really they all deserve to take the award home. But I am very curious to see who the winners in our 5 categories are going to be this year. So I'd say let's get the show on the road.
This is about innovation and showing videos on stage. Nice video.
Yes, so there we go, the SET Awards 2023. Now, the European Commission has really long supported the global energy transition, and now we're excited to hear how startups and innovation in the sector are being seen and supported at EU level. And I'm excited to welcome our next speaker to share some infos on that. And I'd like to introduce to you now Mark van Stiephut. He's the Deputy Head of Unit Research, Innovation, Digitization and Competitiveness at DG Energy at the European Commission. Please give him a big round of applause.
Wow, what an audience, what a room, what an evening. Thank you very much, Andreas, Geraldine, for the introduction. Thank you very much for having me. Madam State Secretaries, finalists, guests. It's a real pleasure for me to be here at the SET Award ceremony and say something to you on behalf of the European Commission. Maybe I start by recapping a bit this year. How you said, Andreas, what a year it has been. I think this goes for many in Europe, maybe globally, but in Europe, definitely this year has not been without its challenges in terms of energy policy. Sadly enough, of course, because of the invasion of Russia in Ukraine, but nevertheless, when we started the year, we were already very busy with realizing the Green Deal, the big package of legislation to get us to a carbon-neutral Europe and to make sure that by 2030 we reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 55%. By now, that is all more or less agreed. There are some things that we are still discussing, for example, the Renewable Directive, but in record time, with a lot of commitment from the Parliament and the Council, we're able to deliver on these things. As if this was not enough, we then had to take emergency measures to make sure that in Europe, energy supply is safeguarded, is secured when the supplies from, let's say, our big neighbor fall off. This was, of course, no small thing. And I think that Europe also in the last year has shown to the world that, first of all, we stick together when it matters. And secondly, we are committed more than ever to delivering a carbon-neutral Europe. The reflexes were there to say, you know, there's a crisis, maybe we should go back to the things we know. But instead, I think we have stepped up together to make sure that this did not affect, as a matter of fact, it even increased our ambitions when it comes to energy efficiency, when it comes to renewables, when it comes to the energy transition. So I think this is extremely powerful, and it is not obvious. It was not obvious in the last year, and I think we all can be proud of the fact that this was confirmed and that we are on track. But let us also not be naive. As we go along, it is getting more and more difficult. There are harsh choices on the way. From an engineering perspective, perfectly functioning things like coal-fired power plants or diesel cars need to be phased out if we want to live up to our commitment. So this is going to be harder and harder, and there are going to be difficult choices ahead. As you said, we need governments to set the frame, but, and I think that's why we're here today, we need innovation to make sure that we can actually deliver on these things. Because if we are replacing coal-fired power plants, or if we are replacing diesel cars, then we need to make sure that the alternatives are at least as good. We need innovation to make sure that we bring society forward when we go through the energy transition. And I think this is key. We need to make sure that consumers, that their interests, that their preferences can be maintained. Of course, they can be steered, but it's absolutely key that we have innovations to show to everybody that what we are going through, what we are doing, what we want to establish is actually a better world. And who does not want to have solar panels on his roof to be able to contribute to the energy transition? Who does not want, let's say, a smart home where that brings to more comfort than having to switch on, off things manually as you go along? So I think we are demonstrating with a lot of things that this is actually possible, and this is super important. So not to put more pressure on your shoulders than you must already feel, but we expect a lot from you, I think from every applicant. But my last point is that I think we can be confident. Of course, we need to make difficult decisions, but let us take confidence in what we have achieved and what we are able to do. If I look back, let's say 2007, 2008, I was a, let's say, young, unexperienced civil servant in the European Commission, and we were proposing to set a target of 20% renewables for Europe. It was a big step, but it was also, let's say, a lot of comments, a lot of criticism, a lot of questions. 20% renewables, how are we going to do that? How do we make sure that we have security of supply? We need coal-fired power plants as a backup. We need gas-fired power plants because we can't control the sun and the wind. We need, I don't know what, we need a lot of things. And we're going to have blackouts, we're going to have security of supply issues if we continue with this type of stuff. We are now in 2023, we are far beyond 20%, well, beyond 20% of renewables. Last year, solar and wind were the biggest source of energy in the European energy system. So we are really changing fundamentally the system. I don't think we have had any blackout as a consequence. Our security of supply is as high in electricity as ever. I think, with electric cars, with batteries, who would have thought 15 years ago that this would be, cost competitive or close to cost competitive with, let's say, the traditional cars? I don't think many people had a confidence in it. So this, again, is thanks to the creativity, the efforts, the innovation, of course the government framework, but it is the new ideas that we need to make these things happen. And I think we can take confidence in what we have achieved so far. We do not want to be complacent, but we need to take confidence in what we have done. And I think from a European Commission point of view, of course we are here to support. We have the Innovation Fund, a budget of 50 billion euro up to 2030, depending on how high the ETS price is. We have the Horizon Europe, that is the biggest research program in the world, with a dedicated pot of money reserved for startups and scale-ups. We are continuously looking how can we improve the funding framework that we have. And I think also there we can, if we look back in European history, if we look at a building like this, I don't know what it used to be, but it's definitely an old building refurbished. Let us take confidence in our engineering capabilities, in our innovation capabilities. Let us not use that to protect what we have done, but let us use it as inspiration on what we can achieve. So I'm very happy to be here. I'm really looking forward to hearing the results and following the ceremony. So thanks a lot and have a brilliant evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark. We grow with the tasks we have. Sounds like that. Very good. Category 1, first category, and that is about clean energy and storage. Well, generating, storing, and distributing clean energy is one of the major challenges, and here we have focused on startups who contribute on decarbonizing all these difficult sectors. And to help me announce, or to help us to announce the winner, we have our first special award presenter here tonight, and that is Miss, where is she? Miss Elisabeth Press, oh there, Director of Planning and Program Support from IRENA. Please welcome her on stage. She would say a few words.
Lovely to have you here.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you very much, Andres. Thank you, everybody. I feel like I'm at the Energy Oscars, so I feel very glamorous tonight. And I'm very privileged to be the first one to announce the award for clean energy and storage. But I think we all know why we are here. We all understand why renewable energy transformation is very important. But I want to share with you 3 points to give us a little bit of a different perspective. The one is the energy transition is not just a mitigation effort. It's not just a changing of what we need to do for climate. It's an agenda of empowerment. To give you a few numbers, today about 80% of people live in countries that are net energy importers. Everybody has something on renewables, regardless of what it is, how big it is. It is the agenda of empowerment and the self-sufficiency to a certain extent, and energy security, independence, and taking your fate into your hands. And that brings me to a second point. Increasingly, we see energy shifting from being a commodity to being a service. People are innovating, people are reimagining what is possible, and we're going to have the SDG 7 award for Irina. This is a big deal because obviously our membership is global, and we see an enormous movement around the world of people who are taking this opportunity and changing things. The jobs created are changing every year. The last year we had 12.7 million jobs of people working in renewables. It's enormous. Altogether in energy we have about 60 million, so it's really a big part of it. And then the last part is the participation. How many people are actually part of this movement and feel empowered and able to do something different, to actually take control of what they want to do and innovate and do new things. And this is what it's about tonight. I wouldn't want to be a jury in this particular category because I think it's really, really difficult. There's so much happening. But after this empowerment introduction, let me just put a difficult part at table. We had about 300 gigawatts of renewables added in 2022. Just under, but we need to grow that triple. We basically have to go around the 1,000 gigawatts between now and 2030 to stay on the 1.5-degree pathway. And that means we need all hands on deck. One of the common questions that we get from absolutely every country on the planet is, what about storage? Storage is seen as one of the things that really needs to move very fast. And tonight, we're having this category of innovators in clean energy and storage. Let us see what I have in shop for us, and it is really my pleasure to invite the announcement of the finalists, and very curious to see who won. I don't know, actually. He didn't tell me.
We'll see. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you. Come and join us. We're going to see a short video with the finalists, and then we'll finally find out who won.
The nominees in the category Clean Energy and Storage are Energy Dome from Italy, unlocking utility-scale long-duration energy storage. Energy Dome's innovative battery uses CO2 and thermodynamics to store and dispatch electricity quickly and cost-effectively. Granular from France, unlocking the 24/7 carbon-free energy market. Renewable electricity certification is moving to hourly certificates. Granular provides utilities with software tools to manage this new era. Roofit Solar Energy from Estonia. Roofit Solar Energy produces award-winning, simple-to-install solar roofs that combine Nordic design principles with the latest in cutting-edge solar technology.
Woo. But something is missing, huh? Don't we need an award to hand over?
We do need the award to hand over.
I think there should be an award coming out of this wall here. Where is it? Hoo-hoo. We can't hand over an award without having it. Oh, I hear music. So we want full attention for this one here. Whew. Beautiful. Clean energy and storage. And the winner is Energy Dom.
Woo!
Come on stage.
Come and join us on stage. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Here's your award.
Thank you so
And would you like to say a few words?
much. I'm not sure, but let me see if I can get a few words out, considering how surprised, pleasantly surprised, shocked, actually, I am. What a wonderful room. I was in the front row, so I didn't realize how many of you are out there. So I just want to say, you know, I'm accepting this award with incredible pleasure. It's giving us, as a team, a huge boost in what we're doing. The team, I have to say, I'm so proud to be part of. The founder, Claudio Spadaccini, co-founders, Francesco Opici, Dario Risi, the rest of the team, you know who you are. You're doing an amazing job, and I'm stunned to be part of this. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, there are some photos. You say here, somebody's going to take some photos here, no? No photograph?
I think they're already, they're just being very secret about it this year. And we'd love
what
to.
Are you doing?
Love to. Thank you so much, Elizabeth.
Thank
Congratulations for first category, clean energy and storage. I mean, of course, the photos are important, so please don't go disappear to the bar yet. We're all going to invite you at the end of the show back on stage for some more of those. But now we're going to transition straight away into the next category, which is mobility and transportation. Now, of course, this continues to be one of the most energy-consuming sectors, and therefore also one of the key sectors that we need to see how to get green and get moving along in our energy transition. So this category really awards creative solutions that span large and physical to the virtual and digital, so really encompassing the different aspects that we need in this field in terms of innovation. And to give the laudatory speech in this category, I'd now like to welcome Lubomila Jordanova on stage, CEO and co-founder of Play Earth. Welcome.
Thank you. Good to see you.
The last few years have been critical to show us that we have a lot of work when it comes to transportation and mobility. We had a few unprecedented years where we were demonstrated that our logistics, our supply chains, our transportation was actually at the core of this global village that we all live in. From moving goods like critical vaccines up until actually making sure that the products that we usually can easily access can not only get to us but even be produced. We have been looking into the role of innovation in this for the last few years, and the truth is that as much as we might hope that the large entities that we all believe will invest in the sustainable future of this industry can support the ideas that maybe are sitting here, the truth is that at the core of this transformation that the economy needs to go through, we need to look at thousands, 3,000, 30,000 of ideas that can scale. And the one point that I would like to emphasize on, having here the opportunity to also involve in the discussion representatives from the Commission and also from the government, is that our innovative hub, our ideas, and I account myself as someone that is representing the innovative community, is actually still suffering from the fact that we cannot scale these solutions. Many of these companies that are sitting here, and I will allow myself to go beyond the logistics and transportation and mobility sector, are continuing to push the needle with very little resources, but have very little fuel to continue doing so, understanding that maybe the runway is going to finish in the next few months, maybe it's because of the economic situation, maybe it will be because the old model is still quite valid in the eyes of many. So it is my great honor to be here and to be part of the awarding ceremony for this particular category, because I know that if we don't understand how to transition this particular industry, we don't stand a chance for seeing Europe, but also the whole world, transition to this model that we all envision. I'm grateful for the leadership that Europe is demonstrating. I'm grateful for the leadership that you're demonstrating here with this event, with this dialogue. But I know that all of us that are sitting here are a little spit in the ocean against what actually needs to move for this world to look different in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Great to have you back here on our stage. And now let's see the video with the finalists in this category, please.
Lass uns ein bisschen nach vorne gehen.
The nominees in the category Mobility and Transportation are Elon Road from Sweden. Elon Road converts highways into smart charging infrastructure. Whether driving or parked, their holistic solution extends the range of any EV through safe, efficient and continuous charging. Navolt from India. Navolt is accelerating the electrification of shipping. The marine tech company specializes both in the manufacturing of solar electric vessels for the water and the technology that powers them. Spark E-Fuels from Germany. Spark E-Fuels is tackling aviation's environmental impact. Spark is developing the first sustainable aviation fuel production system with direct access to renewable electricity.
All right. So, next thing to do is get the award again, huh?
Exactly.
Back out of that wall. Music, award, and art. Merci. Thank you.
And the winner in the category Mobility and Transportation is Navolt Solar and the electric boats from India. Applause.
Your award.
I would have loved to come here today with one of your electric boats. So, yeah, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, I dedicate it to all the 120 people at Navolt who is working very hard to build some of the cool products we make to achieve our vision of cleaner and quieter oceans. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
See you around later on for the big picture and at the bar, of course. Huh? So now we're quick. Huh? category 3, and that is industry. It's a new category we have, a very important one. Industry emits 33% of greenhouse gas emissions and uses 38% of total energy. So we really need some solutions, and actually I see many interesting, fascinating solutions coming all over the world. And well, for this category we have a very special guest, a laureator today, and that is Adrian Chua, Deputy Secretary and Chief Sustainability Officer at Ministry of Trade and Industry, Singapore. Thank you for being with us.
Good evening. Good evening. This is really the most innovative award ceremony that I've been to, and it's really my pleasure and my honor to introduce the industry category of the SET Awards. This category recognizes startups that are developing technologies to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and promote sustainable practices in the industrial sector. The industrial sector is one of the largest contributors to global carbon emissions, and its decarbonization can alter the course of climate change in a significant way. All stakeholders, including governments, the private sector, startups, international financial institutions, all have a role to play to work with industry to reduce emissions intensity in order for all of us to achieve our net zero targets. Innovation, like the ones that this award recognizes, is also a very important part of the solution. We have received many outstanding nominations this year, and the finalists include B-Chained Artificial Intelligence from Spain, Heatrix from Germany, and Rondo Energy from the United States. These companies are developing very creative solutions with great potential, and I commend all of you for all your efforts. I hope that your success will inspire others to work towards a more sustainable future. Thank you very much.
And now it's time to release the award again, please, dear Maragno Livingwall. Oh, sorry. No, it's not. I was so excited about the release of the award. Of course, it's first of all time to see the trailer of the finalists. Let's see that first, please.
The nominees in the category Industry are B-Chained from Spain, helping consumers cut costs and CO2 emissions. B-Chained's ledger-based digital twin and dispatch control system distributes resources, frees capacity, and helps cut consumption. Heatrix from Germany. Heatrix converts renewable electricity into storable high-temperature process heat. Their solution is cost-competitive, easy to integrate, and carbon neutral, and could decarbonize numerous high-emission industries. Rondo Energy from the United States. Rondo Energy makes industrial decarbonization possible and profitable. The Rondo heat battery captures renewable electricity to deliver low-cost, zero-carbon, continuous high-temperature heat for the biofuel, metal and cement industries.
Now it is time to release the award, please, dear Maragno.
Thank you. Industry category 3, one winner. And the winner is Heatrix.
Woo! Yay!
Congrats. Congrats. Congrats.
Congratulations. No hands free, but here's your award first, and here's the microphone for you to say a few words.
Oh, yeah. Well, thanks a lot for this great recognition. Thanks the jury. Thanks Dina. Thanks the World Energy Council. Thanks the SCT for inviting us. And of course, thanks the great team we've been working with for the last year. And last but not least, I would also like to thank the Kraftwerk City Accelerator in Bremen. So Bremen rocks.
Okay.
Congratulations. So well deserved.
Thank you for joining us. See you at the bar, okay? See you later on.
Thank you. Thank you all very much.
Thank you very much.
Oh, exciting. We are on a very exciting journey, and we're going to continue it to the category for building and construction. So this is a new category that we have this year. Of course, the built environment accounts for to 30% of the global energy usage through construction, materials, and also just through temperature management. So this is why we've decided to make this a new category again, because it's such a sector of importance. And also, this is really creating comfortable, cost-effective, energy-efficient buildings for the future. Those are the kind of innovations we're looking for in this category as well. We have a laudatory speech for this category too, and I'm very excited to welcome to the stage now Kirsty Berger, the Scottish Government Director of Energy and Climate Change. Please give her a big round of applause.
Hi. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for being here.
So, good evening, everybody. Guten Abend zusammen. Like everybody else, I think I'm as inspired by the wall as I am by the energy transition. I mean, it's absolutely phenomenal. And for me personally, I think it is it's particularly good because I have just started knitting again after 30 years. And I have knitted about this much, so I've got a long way to go, but it's absolutely inspirational. My colleague, one of my German colleagues said, oh, well, you're in Berlin, we're absolutely crazy. I just feel completely at home. It's fantastic. So it's my pleasure to be able to announce the winners of the Startup Energy Awards in the building and the construction category. I'm just going to take this opportunity to say a few words about Scotland since I'm here, if that's all right. So for us in Scotland, like most of you in this room, the energy transition is one of our highest priority to achieve our climate change ambitions. In Scotland, we have a very good track record. We have reduced our emissions by 50% already. But we still, like everybody else, have far to go to decarbonise Scotland, but also to support Europe and the world in their decarbonisation. So we're obviously pursuing a number of things in parallel. For Scotland, one of our big priorities is deploying offshore wind, and innovation in floating wind in particular is challenging. I'll come to buildings soon. We're also, given our potential in offshore wind, we're also looking to produce and export hydrogen, which again, going back to some of the earlier speeches, will support energy security as well as decarbonisation in Europe. And Scotland is not part of the EU anymore, but we stand there to help. I better stop there. I'm a civil servant, not a politician. Anyway, and better be a bit careful here. And of course, the work in the category I'm here to present for, the work going on to discover innovative processes and innovative products to decarbonise our buildings. That is one of our biggest challenges in Scotland. We've got a bunch of old buildings, and decarbonising and improving energy efficiency is important. My notes say that the building and construction sector accounts for 40% of global energy consumption, so that's a little bit more than yours, but it's clearly an absolutely essential commercial sector. And the impact on buildings and climate change is enormous. We know that buildings are a significant source of climate emission, of CO2 emissions, and improving energy efficiency is one of the most effective ways in which we can reduce emissions. And before our announcement, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the remarkable achievements of all of the finalists. The solutions presented by all of the finalists were exceptional. Am I allowed to, my notes say I can say a little bit about them, so I'll do that even if we'll see it on the videos as well. So first of all, so this is quite nice because we've got some Nordic and Scandinavian companies and a German company as well. Personally, I'm half Scottish, half Norwegian. But our first finalist is Climate View from Sweden. It's a climate tech company providing game-changing SaaS insights to accelerate cities' transitions to net zero. Their Climate OS platform connects emissions to economics, so helping city planners manage budgets and mitigate their emissions to reach net zero. So it sounds absolutely fantastic. Next in line, we have Hyperion Robotics Oy from Finland, which designs and engineers and manufactures sustainable concrete structures by bringing together 3D printing technology, automation and circular economy principles. Hyperion enables materials usage saving of 75% and cuts construction's carbon footprint by 90%, which is phenomenally impressive. And finally in the category, we've got LumoView Building Analytics from GmbH from Germany, whose building analytics offers the fastest way to digitalize buildings and reduce the carbon footprint. Through AI, the device scans rooms in just 2 seconds, producing dependable 3D CAD designs that empowers owners efficiently to manage their buildings and reduce CO2 through targeted deep renovations. So I hope I haven't just repeated what's going to be said on the videos. But you know, fantastic companies, huge potential. I hope both the winners and the runner-up may think about applying their innovations in Scotland, because we really need your help, and I look forward to hearing who the winners are.
But we still have the trailer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kirsty. We'll see a little recap, basically, what you just presented in a visual form. So let's see the video with the 3 finalists, please.
The nominees in the category Buildings and Construction are Climate View from Sweden. Climate View provides game-changing SaaS insights to accelerate cities' transition to net zero. Climate View's technology helps city planners manage, budget, and mitigate their emissions. Hyperion Robotics from Finland. Hyperion Robotics designs, engineers, and manufactures sustainable concrete structures. Their solution reduces material usage by 75% and cuts construction's carbon footprint by up to 90%. LumoView Building Analytics from Germany. LumoView offers the fastest way to digitize buildings, target renovations, and reduce CO2. Through AI, LumoView scans rooms in just 2 seconds, producing dependable 3D CAD designs that empower building owners.
Brilliant.
Another category where nobody envies the judges. So let's find out who the winner is and get the prize. In order to do so, please, dear Maranja Wall. And the winners in the category Building and Construction are Hyperion. Congratulations.
Woo. Congrats.
Congratulations. Would you like to say a few words?
I guess.
Say hi to your mom.
All right. Thank you very much. It was a tight competition. So I want to congratulate my fellow entrepreneurs, amazing startups over there. I want to thank Dina, the amazing organization. My team back in Finland, we have an amazing team of 20 people from 12 different nationalities. It's an amazing recognition to the work that we are doing. And I just want to encourage everybody to join us on this journey to decarbonize concrete and build infrastructures more efficiently and sustainable. So thank you.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you, Kirsty.
Well, great. Last category, very important category for both of us and I hope for you as well. But let me just, because you mentioned so many nationalities, well, among the 15 finalists, we had finalists from 11 countries from 4 continents. This is really fantastic. Applause again for you guys. So this one is about SDG 7, and that is quality energy access and more. And what I find very promising is whenever we look at the business models of those startups we see, they do not only address SDG 7. Very often they address many other issues as well. And what I also find very astonishing is that all these communities behind all these business models are getting better and better. And that is really promising. So I'm very happy that we will have a winner in this category as well in a moment. And I am pleased to introduce once again our dear friend of the SET Award, cooperation partner, and fantastic woman, Dr. Angela Wilkinson, CEO of the World Energy Council.
Woo.
Come on stage. I just like you too much, I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have no notes. I speak only the following words. I've learned that the best way to predict the future is to create it. I stand in awe of the winners and the finalists in this category. They're challenged not only to enable technology transition, but to do it with social transformation, institutional innovation, and to work against the stream of frugal innovation. If this category winner does not get a standing ovation, I will personally come round and kick everybody in the room into standing up. So, without much further ado, let me remind you, this is not about closing the basic access gap. That is a challenge. This is about enabling the productive energy access revolution. Let's hear who's in the category.
Last video.
The nominees in the category Quality Energy Access and SDG 7 are Megagas Alternative Energy from Kenya. Megagas is a climate tech startup providing low-income families with clean and affordable cooking gas by recycling plastic waste. Their patented process is the first of its kind in sub-Saharan Africa. Urja Development Solutions from India. Urja is pioneering a community-based, inclusive pay-per-use model to deliver solar farming services to smallholder farmers. Their solutions help farmers transition durably away from fossil fuels. Solar Rustique from Nigeria. Solaristique is a recycling company tackling Nigeria's food waste. Their solution transforms defunct freezers into low-cost, hyper-efficient, solar-powered cold storage units for off-grid use.
Very good.
And for a last time, dear Maranhão, please release the award.
Well, last category, important category, as you said. And the winner is Oya.
Woo!
So you can take that picture home later on.
Congratulations. I'm here.
Wow, thank you so much for this recognition. It's quite humbling. We first of all want to thank the organizers. It's been a great experience to be here, to interact with all of you. So thank you to Dana, to the SET team, and to the World Energy Council for having us all. Congratulations to all the finalists. It's been really fun interacting with all of you. Even a great idea is not much unless you have a good team behind it to actually implement it and make it a success. So this award goes to the Urja team, a passionate and diligent team of 50 people who are not here, most of us, with us today. So this award goes to them for all their hard work. And thank you once again.
Thanks. Congratulations. See you around later on.
Thank you so much. Wow. That was quite the show, and I'm feeling quite emotional. Like usually in the coming years, we've invited back. I mean, like in the previous years, we've invited back the winners, and it's been so amazing to see what they've gone on to do. So I can't wait to find out what this year's finalists and winners are going to go on to achieve, and welcome them back to the SET Festival in coming years.
Well, Geraldine, it's over. Can't believe it, and you're probably hungry and thirsty and so on. But I, of course, have to say thank you once again to all those people who helped us organizing this over the years. And I promise you, it's a lot of work. And, well, of course, I have to say thank you again to the World Energy Council. Do great work. And to the ministry, thank you very much for the support. Thank you to the audience, to all the startups applying, because without the startups, that's nothing, of course. And thank you all for listening.
Yes, and of course, a big thank you to everybody who helped put the show together, and to you all for being here and making this such a great event. As Andreas said, we're not just going to let you go. Of course, we have a reception prepared for you, food and drinks. I'm meant to point out that catering will also be taking place downstairs for you. I want to remind all our finalists and winners to not run away, but please stay behind for some more photos with us on stage. And I believe we're going to leave you with a little video.
Well, maybe just, is it the final video already? Okay. I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, but two more things, of course. One is, have a look at this sign over there. Very important names on it, our sponsors and partners once again. And I really want you to give a big round of applause for the teams again. And I think they did an incredible job. So thank you very much to all of you. Okay, that's it, video?
That's it, video time. Then,
No,
okay.
no video.
No time.
It's over.
You've seen
My
enough
goodness.
videos. Well, in that
Jesus,
case,
balloons.
another round of applause. Enjoy tonight.
Enjoy the evening. Thank you
And
again.
looking forward to welcoming you back next year for the SET Tech Festival and SET Awards.
Startups on stage, please.
Let's take some photos.